interesting today. For now, just dig this really solid theme tune as we prepare to dive into this collection. Let me get over into my mod view and crack a drink. Hey, hey, how's it going? MC says, we gone anime? We have indeed. So, before we, actually dive in, I feel like I should explain what we're getting into here. This is the Azure Striker Gunvolt sort of collection. It, has Azure Striker Gunvolt 1 and 2, along with all the DLC for each included on one disc. Now, as I understand it, these are, smaller games very, very intentionally developed in sort of the vein of the later generations of Megaman titles. Megaman X, Megaman Zero, things like that. And as you can see, this was actually developed by NT Creates, a development studio that was actually responsible for the Mega Man Zero and ZX games, as well as Mega Man 9 and 10. I don't think Mega Man 11, though. I'm looking at this right here. They've made, a couple Naruto games, it looks like. There's a lot of stuff here, a ton of stuff here. They published Bloodstain, Curse of the Moon, and, my Mighty Number 9. So this could go either way. I have heard, though, legitimately, these games are really, really good. Classic, side-scrolling action shooters. And apparently, I don't know much about this other than in the first game you play as that young man, on the bottom left. And he is a mercenary who can control lightning, which is interesting. And you're fighting this corporation, a media corporation or something, so the game is just loaded with really high-quality vocal music tracks that I guess are tied directly into the story or supposed to be products of this corporation. And most of the bosses you fight are humans with some kind of crazy, world-altering powers. And sorry if my dryer or my washing machine is very loud in the background, but it seems to be bit louder than usual today. Let me know how the audio balance is as we get started here, because the music, from what I can tell, is very, very good, and I'd like you to be able to hear it without just it drowning me out. Any options worth looking at here? Nope. Okay, so there is a English sub, essentially, for the first game, and that's what we'll go for. But only dubs for the second, which is kind of strange, but alright. We'll get started with the first game here. Now, I've read very limited information about 2 of the stages in this game, the intro stage and then one more. So I don't really know what we're getting into here. Just an advance warning, I'm okay at games like this, I'm not fantastic, but oh, look at that! Oh, that looks very Mega Man Zero. Other game modes, what are our options? Okay, so just difficulty settings. We will play this the way it was intended to be played. Fairly certain this was originally a mobile title, a handheld title, or a PC game. In fact, hold on, we can figure that out real quick. Yeah, DS and Windows. 3DS and Windows originally, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's dive right in. Mission, Anthem. His mission, silence the muse and free the world from its trance, but the clear-cut lines around him have already started to blur. Is this one of our bosses already? Hold on, I'm sorry guys, I'm probably gonna turn the game audio up just a little bit because even on my end, it's just a tad quiet. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, so this ridiculously powerful corporation has created some kind of virtual pop star, which is an actual thing, in Japanese pop music. and they're using her music to somehow like control the world's population through subliminal messaging or something.
私も大好き。新曲は速攻ダウンロードしてるわ。だけど残念。モルフォちゃんは今頃輸送列車の中よ。
So we're trying to destroy, I guess, like the system that houses her.
フェザーの目論見なんて全部お見通しってわけ。
Voice actor's having the time of his life.
あなたみたいな可愛い子をいたぶりたかった。
MC says, Hatsune Miku, why? Well, I'm curious to see how a boss fight against, like, a virtual idol would work. There was something very similar, actually, in the largely and kind of justifiably forgotten Hero Agents of Mayhem spin-off of the Saints Row series. One of the bosses was a virtual K-pop idol. And actually probably the most memorable boss aside from the obvious Justin Bieber knockoff. Not a fantastic game, but it had some great villains.
無傷？高圧電流を流した電磁無知なのよ。なんで平然としていられるの？僕に電撃は効かない。
Yeah, there we go. That's looking like a proper Megaman now.
まさかセブンス。死にたくないな。そこでおとなしくしていてください。
Nice, nice.
まさかあなたガンボルト？さようなら変態のおじさん。情報提供感謝するよ。
Okay, so let's see what we can actually do here. We've unlocked a trophy. It's my hobby, I guess. Let me see what I can do. Oh, guys, this is straight up Mega Man Zero. I dig this. So we've got a shield we can activate with the circle button. Some kind of energy meter in the upper left-hand corner. I guess making sure we can't just spam our abilities. We've got a little laser pistol. No idea what the triangle button does. Something we can do by flicking the right stick? Oh, it's like a special move. Okay. A special move on a cooldown. Right.
Codename GV. Gunvolt より Sheep 3。回線開いて。
こちら Sheep 3。無事だったのね、ガンボルト。
Our mission controls call sign is Sheeps 3, plural. Incorrect plural. Okay, yeah, this is pretty anime.
ちょっと本気？罠の可能性だって低くないのよ。
こちらシープ3だ。了解した。GV はそのままミッションを継続。シープ3は情報をキャッチ次第、こちらへ連絡を回してくれ。
わかったわ。GV、無茶もほど。
So we're breaking our way out of this corporate prison, I suppose, or corporate office.
Hey, hey, こちらシープ2。聞こえてるぜ。ま、いつも通りってことで。シープ2からガンボルトへ。命は大事にしな。
I'm fairly certain we have multiple lives, but point taken.
全処するよ。全処するって。本当に分かってんのかね。
これよりサイバーディーバ抹殺ミッションを再開する。Good luck.
Okay, here we go. So this is some kind of future dystopia, obviously. Right. Oh, L1 is our dash. Good. I have missed the dash. Oh, and we got rapid fire? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, and once we lock onto an enemy, if we hold down the circle button to use our field, I suppose, we just kind of devastate them. I appreciate that they're giving us, like, plot and the like in the form of this, like, in-game dialogue, like radio dialogue, but at the same time, it feels like we kind of missed some tutorializing there just because we, well, took out the enemies faster than they, I guess, intended us to. What do you do? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Looks like a pretty standard Megaman formula, like with a lot of really stylish presentation thus far. The lock-on and like homing electric attack kind of changed things up. Yeah. They're training us to use this to solve environmental puzzles as well. Okay, so this is interesting. Since we have Flash Field, I get the distinct impression that a lot of fights in this game are going to be designed around locking on, using the Flash Field, and then just evading attacks, as opposed to how, you know, in like a traditional Mega Man, you would actually have to position yourself to where you could shoot or slash the enemy straight ahead. So this gives you more freedom of movement while you're in combat. I like that. Right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we can run out of EP or electrical points at certain points if we don't, I suppose, conserve it properly or earn it from enemies. I'm guessing all of the green energy that enemies have been dropping is an EP pickup of some kind? Oh, well, thank you for telling me now. Oh, that's cool. And that must be that pre-vasion thing. We just kind of after-imaged our way around the enemies. Ooh. So not ideal, but we can make it. Oh, hold on, what's this? Let's give our special move a try. I'm good at my job, there we go. It feels really satisfying, I can say that much. Okay, so we've got a hell of a rapid fire. Oh geez, there's a lot of these. Alright, we're doing alright so far. Okay, so this is a gate between different maps, I suppose. There we go. Huh, so I'm not entirely sure what to make of all this. I certainly like the game so far, it's just there's a lot to it. And I love that they're trying to integrate more like character interaction and characterization into like the stages themselves as we progress, sort of in the vein of Kid Icarus Uprising. But the fact that subtitles and like those sidebars constantly occupy the screen isn't best for an action game, I don't feel like. Okay, so this is, I guess, what passes for a boss in the intro stage. Oh, hey. Electrical field, baby, how you like that?
冷却が完了すると機体が再起動するわ。もう一度頭部を攻撃して。軍用兵器にしてはなかなか面白い。
Okay. Probably want to save our field for, yeah, when it starts sending out the salvos of missiles. That way we can also lock onto and destroy the actual energy core while it's exposed, like so. Oh, there's a leveling system, nice. So that wasn't too bad, I don't think. It was a solid introductory, like, boss or mini-boss, whatever it was. But one thing real quick, I'm sorry. There we go. Oh dear. We may have to go back to the main menu just as soon as we save to enable like an English voice track, because there's no way I'll be able to read everything that's being said in the middle of more intense gunfights. Oh, I love this electro field, y'all. I'm sure this is going to have a grading system like a lot of these types of games do, and I'm not going to get great grades, unfortunately. But we're doing alright. Okay, so we can't block energy shots. Oh, I just played a game that has the word waifu in it. Okay, so the idol is somehow being used to track down these gifted individuals with superpowers. I guess so the corporation can use them somehow. It's an interesting plot from what I can make out of it. We're clearly in a future dystopia, a la Strider or something. Yeah, I'm definitely getting Megaman Zero vibes from this game, and it's friggin' awesome, actually. Sorry I'm not saying a whole lot, I'm kind of trying to take it in. But yeah, this is definitely my kind of game. And I know for a fact there's a second Mantis unit, in part because they said, oh, we've got a second one, but also because this is one of the two stages I actually know something about. And I knew that there were two of the stage boss present here. Come on. Oh, seriously? Yikes. Mantis? Mantis without crates to help me this time, right? Okay, this is gonna be nasty. We can do it, though. Oh, is it time to use that special attack of ours? Let's give it a try. Yep, there it goes. So it seems like based on the color of the lock-on reticle, we deal more damage with our electro field. There we go. So is that the stage clear? That one actually seemed less dangerous than the first because it didn't have the, like, Gatling gun attack, or if it did, it didn't use them. They replaced it with that pretty well-telegraphed laser beam. There we go, stage 1 of Gunvolt clear. Nice, nice, nice. 3 out of 5, ain't bad. Oh, it looks like we only get graded on clear time, though, so... Oh, there we go. Oh, we unlock extra lives based on how well we do. Oh, that's interesting. So, we get to unlock panels? I don't know what any of these are, like crafting items, I guess, so I'll take them. We got some money, a tiny bit of money, a fair amount of money. Quartzite, polymer, garnets, and crip alloy.
この車両にサイバーディーバー、モルフォのプログラムコアが。これがモルフォ。そんな。
What is Lumen? I'm guessing actually alive and some kind of yeah. She's probably one of these gifted individuals too. A psychic or something.
この声はテレパシー。
Yep.
君がモルフォなのか。
私はこの子の思いが具現化したモルフォという名の幻。あなたプロダクションの人間じゃないんでしょ。お願い、この子を、私をここから連れ出してくれない？
Okay, so this is pretty interesting.
こちら GV、 ターゲットと接触しました。再度情報の修正を。
So I take it, the bosses are all going to be these other gifted individuals that Sumeragi have, conscripted.
少女に敵対意志はなし。スメラギに拘束されているものと思われます。
スメラギのやつら、えげつねえことしやがるぜ。
これよりミッション内容を変更。彼女を救助。
いや、変更はしない。その子を抹殺しろ、GV。
So we're going to have to fight our own as well?
すぐにスメラギの増援が来る。君は罠かもしれない少女を抱えたまま戦うつもりか。仮に無事に済んだとして、その後はどうする？フェザーに、武装組織に彼女の居場所があるのか？
それは。
それなら私を殺してください。
Jeez.
もうあの人たちのための歌は。
This is oddly dark based on, like, the way the game presents itself.
だから
Very reminiscent then of the tone of, like, 0, 3, and 4, I think.
この子はあの頃の僕と同じだ。足を助けてもらったあの頃の。迷うことはない。簡単に命を投げ出すな。君が自由を望むのなら僕が力を貸す。
I like how stylized even, like, the dialogue boxes are. This game certainly has a lot of, like, flair to it.
私は
Again, not too big a fan of the massive dialogue boxes on screen during the actual gameplay, but I really appreciate everything they're trying to do here.
僕はフェザーを抜ける。かつてあなたが僕に自由をくれたように、今度は僕が彼女の力になる。
それがお前の選んだ自由か、ガンボクト。
え
え。了解だ。組織に規律を乱すものは不要。
And apparently there's going to be a proper third game coming out sometime soon for Switch, I think. They released some kind of side game recently that is not included. It's either not included here, or it's technically included as DLC or something for the second game, I don't know.
どうかしてるんじゃねえか？
いいんだモニカさん。ジーノ、今までありがとう。
スメラギの増援部隊は我々フェザーに任せてもらおう。今の君は我々フェザーとは関係のない一般市民だ。グッドラック。
So we're going rogue just until we can know for certain that she's safe. Alright.
羽？あなたは天使？
僕は GV、 ガンボルト。君の名前は？
私はシアンです。
That is clearly not what the Seiyu said.
私と GV の出会いでした。私はきっと生涯忘れることはないでしょう。私に自由をくれた青の翼のことを。たとえその自由が束の間のものだったとしても。
Again, sorry I don't have a whole lot to say during these. This is, suffice to say, way longer story sequences than I expected. It's only been a few decades since the first adepts began to show up. Them and the supernatural powers that came to be known as Septima. Someone hastily began using them for new types of energy research. That someone was no other than the Sumeragi group. The Sumeragi group is quite old, been around since the Dark Ages. MC says, what does it say about me that I can understand what they say without reading the text? that your Japanese is actually pretty solid, and I know next to none, functionally. That's really impressive. Nowadays, Sumeragi is a large conglomerate of power companies. So it's basically Shinra. And this is basically Midgar, right down to the color palette. Their monopoly on the nation's energy supply gave them clout. Once adepts were perceived as a threat, they came into power. Public order here is unmatched compared to other nations. However, that peace came as a result of adepts being victimized. Many adepts were shipped off to protection camps. Energy research experiments were conducted on human beings. Sumeragi had a knack for keeping their inhumane doings a secret. So, those who wanted the truth began to rebel against Sumeragi. That's basically how Quill got started. It stands for Quorum for Unrestricted Information, Law, and Liberty. Oh, good old, like, really contrived acronyms. Anime, it's been too long. We're essentially known as the Anti-Sumeragi Resistance Group. I used to be very much a part of that, up until the day I met Jewel. So, translations, just a little... it incorporates a lot of what I, like, as a teacher, would tag as, like, awkward phrasing, but I do get the feeling that there's a lot of things here that don't translate over perfectly, so that's... It's also, like, a smaller budget game, I think, so that's kind of inevitable. I was on my way home after finishing up with a client. After leaving Quill, I became a freelancer. I've been doing this for about half a year now. Guess you could say that I was getting by. The apartment felt a lot more like home nowadays. So we're still working largely for the same folks. You could say Jules and I are free, but we're wanted criminals. So, most jobs that are left are being the gorilla guy for Quill. Although, I have way more free time now than I did back then.
見入りがいいから受けているだけですよ。あの時アシモフが言った通りです。フェザーにシアンの居場所はない。彼女には家族が必要だと思うんです。僕にとってのアシモフやモニカさんたちがそうだったみたい。だから今は彼女についていてあげたいと思います。はあ、分かったわ。ごちそうさま。シアンちゃんによろしくね。ごちそうさまって。
She hung up there, so never got to hear my objection. Oh, awkward romantic tension side plot, my favorite. This was a very Monica type of experience.
家に戻ったけど、まずはシアンに挨拶かな。おかえりなさい、GV。お仕事お疲れ様。本当は
I have a feeling she's going to come in handy for, like, upgrading our powers, or acting as mission control, or something. Yeah, she can use her songs to enhance our abilities somehow, probably. And with that, Lumen showed up. So the digital idol exists as a completely separate being, then, not an extension or manifestation of the first girl of Jules' mind. Yeah, Lumen is the form taken up by Jules' Septima, the Muse. That's right, I remember. So, did a reading up on that one boss for, like, the next stage we're going to tackle. The other stage I know something about, right? And apparently, each of their powers, these Septima, take some kind of different physical form. So I think for Gunvolt, it's that natural, like, little energy barrier he can project. For the boss of the stage I'm probably going to be taking on first, it's, like, I think some kind of trinket or another that allows him to open up wormholes, and so each of them will have some kind of different locus of power. So in this case, the digital idol is the manifestation, or is the locus of power itself. Which is kind of interesting, actually. She does this when Jewel has a hard time expressing herself. She's like Jewel's other self. There's Lumen, the free spirit, and Jewel, the calm and reliable one. They're like close sisters. Oh, I can understand that.
こまめにセーブしな
Oh,
きゃダメだ
yes.
よ。
Fourth wall breaking child. I will save my
セ
game.
ーブはメニューを開いておかないんだか
また私と話したくなったらメニューからトークルームを選んで
So we're
ね。
probably going to want to talk to her or them between every mission. And yep, this is straight up Megaman Zero. I love it. This is the guy I know something about. This is the one with the wormholes. But hold on, first things first. Oh man, there's a ton to do. Yikes. Have I bitten off more than I can chew? We want to... Real quick, hold on. Oh, that's like, this is like just a little tutorial menu. While at base, you can talk to Jewel. If you do, and Gunvolt is defeated on the next mission, there's the chance Lumen, the Muse, will sing her anthem and bring him back to life a single time. Not only does the anthem completely revive Gunvolt, it also amplifies his power. Okay, so the closer we get to Jewel, the greater the chance is that she'll help us if we fall in combat. Good stuff. Oh, there's all these cool little stats. I like that. You can configure the controls. Right, hold on. Customize our loadout. So we can choose from a number of skills once we unlock or create them, I suppose. Unlock different weapons. Exactly Megaman Zero style, just with way more types of equipment. We start with a couple accessories. So slightly decelerate or accelerate recovery from overheats, good. Neutralize harm as long as we have EP to discharge. Excellent, that's our evasion item. I kind of like that one, obviously. Well, I guess we can't go back to the menus and change the audio without temporarily shutting down the stream. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to technically restart the game so we can get an audio track I can comprehend without having to read everything in the middle of firefights. So sorry guys, we'll be just 1 second.